In this, another episode recorded from the comfort of my own home and in the absence of my awesome Penguin Random House team, I want to talk about creating virtual water cooler moments as we're likely still self-isolating, working from home, restricting our physical movements outside in order to break the chain of the coronavirus. We were pretty heavily dependent on technology before this very moment. And wow, today it's our lifeline to information and to community. Well, we're self isolating. Let's not become isolated. What do I mean by virtual water cooler moments? It's how we can leverage tech to recreate, as best as humanly possible, real human moments. Similar to the serendipity of bumping into colleagues at the office water cooler back in the day, or running into friends at local coffee shops or bookstores. With technology, we need to be intentional, purposeful, in order to make those serendipitous encounters happen. We need to forgo the one-way marketing, auto-tweet style of posting on Twitter or replying to every post with a kind of what can I do or I can do that sales pitch. We need to orchestrate our interactions without making it forced or mechanical. A water cooler moment is that moment where interesting, engaging conversations can happen. And from interesting conversations, well, the result is shared bonds, new insights, perhaps an idea for your business or a revenue model you hadn't thought of before. Or maybe it's a solution someone else has tried that you could put to use today rather than spinning your wheels endlessly worrying about how to get through a particular challenge or conundrum you're struggling under right now. Maybe the water cooler moment results in a collaboration or a job offer, or simply the satisfaction of hearing someone's voice, so to speak, or helping them out. As I say in Build Your Dream Network, water cooler moments can happen on Slack or during a Twitter chat or from upvoting a product on Product Hunt. Those aren't the only ideas I have on water cooler moments. I have more. So grab a pen. You might want to take some notes. Here we go. A whole bunch of ideas on how to create your own water cooler moments, along with some additional suggestions on how to strengthen connections with others in your network right now. Why not plan a virtual museum tour? The Louvre, Guggenheim, and others have put their collections online. Pick a museum, invite friends, invite them to bring a plus one, and tour a museum together virtually. If you pick the first museum virtual tour, ask someone else to pick and schedule the next one. And just as it is in real life, schedule it in. RSVP, show up on time. Use conference call technology or FaceTime to communicate while you're separately but together touring the museum on your laptop or desktop computer. The virtual museum tour could also work for a zoo. San Diego and Houston zoos are two examples to check out. I mean, what could be more fun than that? Here are some more ideas. Plan a virtual dinner party with a group using Zoom. Take an online language learning class together. That might be something you've got on a gonna do it list. Now is a good time to go and do it, learn a language. Why don't you set up a Slack channel and schedule a set time each day to jump on with a group of friends or industry peers to provide support, whether that is finding new revenue models or ways to stay active when you're afraid to step outside. Isolating in place doesn't mean you should be isolating yourself from seeking input, connection, and guidance. Here's another idea that came onto my inbox this week. The Bay Street Theater in Sag Harbor now hosts a virtual sip and sing on Friday night. This might be a way to expand your repertoire of songs and build community by participating in a sip and sing. Now, I don't just want to post ways that involve a video chat or telephone call as ways that you can connect, build community, little bit different than a virtual water cooler moment, but might help you get to that with someone. So here's some more ideas. How about sending a care package? It could be their favorite bagels or the extra package of Lysol disinfectant wipes you found. A friend in San Francisco this week sent toilet paper to his in-laws in Seattle to ensure that they stayed home instead of hunting around for the one thing they were running low on. If you're paying attention to the needs of others in your network, you'll come up with ideas. How about a bouquet of flowers or a plant to cheer up their living space? You could send someone dinner by buying a gift certificate to a local restaurant. Check out helpmainstreet.com as they have all sorts of ideas of local restaurants there. Do you have a box of holiday cards and a roll of stamps that you never got to using back in December? Well, why not send those cards out now with a note that you finally find yourself with some time to write cards? You'll likely get a laugh and some appreciation for the ingenuity. Send someone a book before they run out of reading material, or a puzzle or a board game, because stepping away from technology and the news cycle is a terrific idea, and a good book or hands-on activity is a perfect distraction to do just that. Now, my networking guidance applies as much to our close friends as it does for the career or professional networks we create. Embrace empathy. Seek to help others. Plus, you should seek help too. Maybe the fitness-focused colleague or client can provide a recommendation on a fitness app. Instead of scrolling through the App Store, Asking shows you've been listening to what the other person is interested in and what is important to them and what they are passionate about. This little bit of advice on asking for a fitness app recommendation could equally apply to asking them for a recipe or, a restaurant recommendation so you can order in dinner. Here are more ideas I love. My sister-in-law, who is a hairdresser and who has had to close her home-based salon, well, she's jumped on Instagram to share tips on coloring your hair at home, because who knows when her clients will be able to come back into the salon. She's also going to post tips on how to cut your kids' hair, because her clientele has been asking for that too. This strategy keeps her clientele connected in a more engaging way than, say, endless posts of empty salon chairs, or worse, not engaging at all. Here's another. My pal Caitlin Harper took her monthly Renegade reading series virtual on Instagram. It's an experiment for her and an opportunity for those of us who have not made it out to Café Con Libros on Prospect Place in Brooklyn to participate in the reading series. Need more? Why not start a caremongering group on Facebook or whatever platform or format you choose? This idea originated in Canada as a way to help the most vulnerable in the community, whether that was a sick or elderly or a struggling small business. Pool the pent-up energy you have from being in quarantine, whether that is self-directed quarantine or company-ordered or mandated, to find ways to help or direct needed resources to those who need it most. Perhaps a caremongering group will result in finally meeting the new neighbors 3 doors down, or the folks in 9B if you live in an apartment building like me that you've awkwardly ridden the elevator with or seen on the street but have never made an effort to talk to. For those like me who live in an apartment building that has the building link installed, think about leveraging that platform's bulletin board for a caremongering group. What about someone you know who is on the front lines right now, delivering necessary medical care, emergency services, or the packages we're all ordering? What could you do to let them know you're thinking of them at this time? Lots of suggestions in this episode, so no excuses. Find one that works for you. As I have always bristled at mechanical approaches to networking, the 10 things list, those 10 things to do to improve how you network, I bristle because for me, networking is personal and requires thought, deliberation, and in many instances, a good dose of practical creativity. While the normality of life is on pause at the moment, pause to consider imaginative, caring, water cooler, and other sorts of ways to show people in your network that they are top of mind for you. Stay safe, stay healthy, keep caring and connecting, and I'll be back here again next week.